Hello everyone, this is OGAE Azerbaijan and welcome to the Darkseid.
Put your middle fingers out, take a shot, throw it up, but don't stop. Living that life for the dark side.
Today our guests are one of the Finnish influential rock bands which formed in 2013 with the aim to conquer the world. Hello guys and welcome.
Hello. Thank you. Thank you.
Can you tell us about your band, how the idea came up to make a rock band?
Well, basically, we were in high school, and I was like 19 years old or something like that, and the guys were even younger. So we had an idea that we want to conquer the world, tour all around Europe and the States, and play as many shows as possible, and just make a huge fan base and write songs and tour and stuff like that. And it was just, we wanted to make the lifestyle to reality that we've been dreaming of.
Yeah, it was a childhood dream we all shared in the same high school, and that's how it all started.
And last autumn, actually the sixth member, Alexei, joined to the team. How has Alexei's joining the band helped the band to develop, since as a solo artist, he's one of the most successful producer DJ artists?
Yeah, but Alexei also loves rock music, and like we started chatting with him. We did a song with him, a song called Time Bomb, and then we did this huge festival show with him, and he just Alexei started being everywhere. And then after a songwriting session, he asked if he could join the band, and we were like, of course. And it's been really an easy joining. Like, it feels he's been part of this since the beginning.
You have released 3 albums so far. How would you describe each of them, or how different they are from the previous ones?
I would say the first one was like a practice round. We were just starting out and writing the first songs, and it was kind of hyperactive in some way. And the second one was more like a pop rock album style. There was like many softer songs and stuff like that. And the third one was a bit heavier. So I would say that they're kind of different, but they're still the same band if you listen to them.
Yeah, we're definitely proud of every album we made, but you can actually see the band growing and us getting better at musicians, better at artists if you listen through those albums. Like, they are very different to each other, but it's also like you can hear us completing our sound, what we call violent pop. And we felt like it was pretty much completed during the third album, Violent Pop. And then when Alexei joined and the first song we wrote together was Darkseid, now we actually feel like we're in a place we always wanted to be. Like, Darkseid is the definition of our sound, what we like to call violent pop. Been our own genre since the beginning, and it's sort of our brand, like the brand to the music or everything we do. Because we're definitely rockers, but we also love pop music. We love whatever's going on in the mainstream music, and we feel like if we hear a pop song we like, then we're kind of saying to each other that we want to do something just like that. Everything we do is rock, but we want to take influences wherever they come from.
Actually, my next question is about your influence. So who is your inspiration or influence?
I think collectively for the band, Linkin Park is the number one, but also like Bring Me the Horizon. I would say from the pop side, like Post Malone and Ghost Main, something like that. There's a lot of influences.
You also made covers, for example, Linkin Park's Numb.
Become so numb, I can feel you there. Become so tired, so much more.
As well as Anastasia's Left Outside Alone.
And I wonder if you know.
So how do you decide which song you will cover, and which song will be next?
Like, we don't do much planning with the covers. We don't have a list of songs we want to cover. It's I think many of them started as a joke, or
Yeah,
just
it's
something like, yeah, we were bored and wondering what should we do.
I would say that in Linkin Park case, it was more like an honor for Chester Bennington's death,
Yeah, a tribute,
and that's why we wanted to. It's like a tribute, but in Anastasia's case, we just. I mean, when the lockdown started, we were like, "What the hell are we gonna do? We don't have any shows. We need to do something." And then we got this joke idea about making a cover song of Left Outside Alone, which turned out pretty well.
Yeah.
We've been doing a lot of covers lately, so we kind of. I think we're gonna take a little break for them, but
You have also collaborated with Simple Plan, then Royal Republic, Hollywood Undead. I mean, like you did like opening shows for them. How all it happened?
Like they all happened in their own way. Like we have an agent who's booking shows for us, and they're sending our music or our stuff to the bands or their representatives. And I think Simple Plan was a special one because they decided themselves who they wanted to support them, and they wanted us to be on that tour. And I think it was the same case with a few artists as well, but I can't remember which one they were. But that's kind of how it happens, how we got to those places. Like we or somebody else send our stuff to them, and if they like it, then there's a possibility that we'll be a part of their tour or their shows.
You participated also in a lot of music festivals, and including one of the world's biggest heavy music festival, Wacken, Germany. How has attending such festivals helped evolve the band?
it was a band competition back in 2014, and we just got into the competition. I would say that accidentally we just made it there, and then we won the Finnish competition, and we went to Wacken. So I think it was a place of growing because we needed to play for like 10,000 people in a huge place and huge festival. So basically, we were growing as a person and as a musicians back then.
Yeah, definitely. And like, yeah, it was a competition, but we didn't really even know it was a band competition. We just wanted to play shows. And then we saw a possibility that we can play a show over there. And then we went, and all of a sudden we were involved in this competition, which we won. And then the Wacken open air in Germany, it was our first show outside Finland. And like, all we knew that we had a slot over there, but we didn't know how to get there. We were like 18 years old, something like that. Most of us didn't even have driver's licenses, and we were like, guys, how are we gonna get there? We gotta get there and play a show. So we went with a car. It was a 4 days drive from Finland to Wacken, and we had been together for like a year in that point. So it was really this trial by fire for us as a band and as friends. Like we had to stay in the same car for 4 days, like in one direction. And it was really like, it was a place to grow up. Like, guys, can you handle this? And we handled it pretty well and had a good time. So yeah, Wacken was really important for the development of Blind Channel.
How actually does writing and recording songs work for you? Do you think it's easier to make music or to perform music?
I think both of them are very important. For me, performing is more like the spirit of my life. I need to get there to keep myself like sane and something like that. But also writing music is very important. But for me, playing live is the key of everything, and that's why this whole pandemic is so horrible.
Yeah, we've been so frustrated and depressed during the last year because we haven't got to play any shows. Like, shows have a sense of therapy for us. Like, that's where you let it all out, all the bad feelings, let them out and share them to the people. But also, like, we're writing songs all the time, so that's one way to do it. Like, I can't really say what I love more, like writing songs or performing them, because like you all said, you need both. You need both sides. But right now we've been writing a lot because we can't do any shows, so we're basically just sitting in the studio. But yeah, we definitely miss the live shows right now, and let's hope we get to play live soon enough.
Then let's move to UMK. How did you decide that to participate in the national selection for Finland? We rarely see a good rock bands in Eurovision.
Well,
it was an easy choice. Like everything, we had a big year coming. 2020. In the beginning of 2020, we released our third album. We had big plans. Like, guys, this year is gonna be big. And then this pandemic hit the world, and everything was canceled in front of our noses, and we really didn't have a choice. Like, what should we do? And we could either sit in the studio or in our rehearsal place and whine about things like, why can't we do anything? And then we knew that we had to think outside the box and get out of our comfort zone and do something we never thought about doing before. And that's when somebody said something about the UMK.
Was there any other songs you were considering for the competition?
We were making like I would say 3 or 4 songs to be a demos for the competition, but we ended up to Darkseid because it was, I would say that it was the most honest song we've ever done. I mean, that's not like a compromise, because it is what it is. I mean, the middle finger thing and everything it's pure blind channel, and that's why we decided to go with Darkseid. And I think we picked the right song.
Yeah, it was an easy choice. We had a couple songs to choose from, but Darkseid was an easy choice. Everybody felt the same because it describes everything we've been doing for the past 8 years, which means throwing your middle fingers up in the air and going through the roof. And that's like the ultimate blind channel song. And if you enter a competition like that, we have to be ourselves in front of so many people.
Since you are the songwriters of your own song, perhaps you will go a little more detail about what's Darkseid and what's behind, what message you are sending to the audience. And
the message behind Darkseid is definitely like it's the song is a party. It's a celebration in the darkness. Like, when we started writing the song, we were so frustrated and so angry, and we decided to pour all that hate and all that anger, all the bad feelings inside us into that one song. And we realized that we felt like throwing our middle fingers up in the air and screaming. And we figured that many people all around the world must be feeling the same way. And that's what we wanted to put into the song, that we dedicated the song to everyone who's feeling frustrated or pissed off, and they can just listen to the song and feel connected. And based on the reaction the song got, there were many of those kinds of people, even more than we expected.
Have you ever performed for an empty audience? What do you think, how it will work for UMK?
Well, we played one streaming show back in May, and that was like for 10,000 people. Right now we're streaming for 2 million people, so it's gonna be exciting, I would say. But also that there is not any real audience, it makes it, I would say, some way easier, but still you have to remember all the people behind the cameras. So I would say it will be very exciting and adrenaline pushing moment.
Yeah, we did the one live stream, and the first live stream we made, it was a bit weird, because for us, it's all about connecting with the audience, and when the audience is behind some cameras, it's kind of weird. But we're not gonna let it bother us. We're gonna deliver a massive explosive show, even if it is only to cameras. No one will be disappointed. We'll guarantee that.
What will it mean to you to win UMK and represent Finland in Eurovision?
I would say that it will be great. I would say that we would have a good chance to make it to top 3 or top 10 in the Eurovision, because we are what we are with the genre and with the song and with the show. But it would be great. I would say that really great opportunity for us.
Yeah, and since the beginning, since we attended to the UMK, we saw the possibility of how we get to promote our stuff. We've been doing this for past 8 years, and this was the perfect opportunity to introduce Blind Channel to a big amount of people and mostly to the mainstream audience, and the Eurovision would be even bigger. So of course we see it as a great opportunity, and we know it's gonna be a great party, and we love to party. So yeah, let's see what happens.
Can you tell me what to expect for the staging?
It will be a kind of two different realities. If you know the movie Tenet, it's something like
Yes.
that
Oh, okay.
with very massive effects.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's gonna be intensive and explosive like we've always done shows, but we can't really give any details. But we've done crazy stuff before. We've played with fire, we've played underwater or stuff like that. But for this particular show, we did something which is easily the most extreme thing we've ever done, and that's what you're gonna see on TV.
I guess you already listened to all the songs, and who do you think can be a good competition to you?
Teflon Brothers and Pandora.
Easily, that's the main enemy for us.
They're so popular here in Finland, and they have this huge label behind them, and people have been loving them for years. And we're basically, people didn't even know about us like a month ago. So they're definitely a good competition. But the thing is, we love a good competition that gives us the opportunity to work harder and to really like push each other to our limits. So it can also be a good thing.
Have you watched ever Eurovision? Do you have any favorites from Eurovision?
Yeah, I remember when I was a child, I watched that Lordi, but I would say my favorite is the Lorraine Euphoria. That's my favorite. Yeah, that's it's so.
Actually, if you win the UMK, do you plan to cover any Eurovision songs? Perhaps Lorraine itself?
Maybe, yeah. No.
Even cool if we win the Eurovision, then we were gonna write a song with Lauren singing the chorus. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do.
That's what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
Besides OMK, what plans do you have? Any new projects are coming?
Like we have a lot of plans, like what's gonna happen after the UMK and after the Eurovision. We've been writing songs all the time, so we'll release an album as soon as possible. Like let's see when it's like let's see when we can do that. And of course, like we said before, we want to tour more than ever all around the world, all around Europe, States, anywhere. So as soon as we get that possibility, I'm sure we're gonna head out on a long tour.
Can I also ask you, if possible, to sing a little of your song?
I would say it's pretty hard because we have the latency behind the camera, so at the same time it will be impossible.
I'm afraid you'll just have to wait 1 week to find out.
Yeah.
Do you have any message for your fans?
Try the Darkseid, and we love you, and keep supporting, and remember to vote next Saturday.
Yeah, we'll do our best to make it till Rotterdam.
Thank you for the interview, and we wish you a very good luck.
Yeah.
And hopefully see you in Rotterdam.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
See ya.
See ya.
Bye-bye.